Sarah Ferguson will never leave Prince Andrew after secret chat with late Queen. Despite divorcing Prince Andrew in 1996, Sarah Ferguson seems to have a tight relationship with the royal family, and a royal biographer has explained why she will always be a part of Andrew's life. The 65-year-old and Prince Andrew, who were married for 10 years earlier, are still together under one roof at Windsor's Royal Lodge, but they live in different wings. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. Sarah is extremely loyal to Andrew, stated Ingrid Seward, a royal biographer. This, according to the head editor of Majesty Magazine, happened even though Fergie found Prince Andrew's entitlement and arrogance to be bothersome. Her loyalties might also have been influenced by a covert conversation she had with the late Queen Elizabeth. Speaking to the Sun's Royal Exclusive programme, Ms. Seward says that following her passing, the late Queen Elizabeth made sure her son Andrew was safe. It seems like Sarah spoke with the Queen and asked her to take care of Andrew on my behalf, the woman remarked. Ms. Seward asserts that despite Sarah Ferguson's numerous scandals, Andrew has also supported Fergie in difficult times. In the summer of 1992, pictures of Fergie's financial advisor, John Bryan, sucking her toes appeared on the front pages of British newspapers, causing a humiliating scandal that shook the country. According to the Times, Sarah was instructed to pack her bags and leave immediately by the late Queen Elizabeth II, and Prince Philip never spoke to her again. Prince Andrew's military career meant that the couple didn't spend much time together in the early years of their marriage, which is said to have played a role in the couple's dissolution. The Duke and Duchess of York still share a home, Royal Lodge in Windsor, today. On Easter Sunday, Fergie attended the customary Easter Sunday church service at St. George's Chapel, Windsor, along with Prince Andrew, and other members of the royal family. She was welcomed back into the royal fold in the last few months after joining the firm for the Christmas walkabout the previous year. She also attended a Thanksgiving memorial service for King Constantine II of Greece at the end of February. It is reported that the Duke of York attempted to take use of his royal status while serving in the Navy during the 10-week Falklands War in 1982. The Duke of Sussex, on the other hand, made a valiant effort to fit in and become one of the boys throughout his 30-week overall service in Afghanistan across 2 different deployments. Russell Myers, the royal editor of the Daily Mirror, appears on Pod Save the Queen, which is hosted by Agrippa. Nigel Cawthorne, the author of the recently published book Prince Andrew, Epstein and the Palace, was interviewed by Ms. Gripper last month. They talked about Andrew's early years, his time in the military, his marriage to Sarah Ferguson, and his most recent controversy involving his acquaintance with Jeffrey Epstein, a former paedophile. I was getting the feeling that Andrew was still using his difference from his time in the military, while Harry saw it as a place where he could be one of the boys and lose himself in it, Ms. Gripper stated. Mr. Cawthorne answered, "That is accurate. Many people compared Andrew to Charles, believing Charles to be more of a guy and more humble, perhaps because Andrew's older brother had served in the Navy. Due of their shared status as second sons who are unlikely to become kings, Andrew and Harry have frequently been compared. This suggests that, rather than being the heir, they may have struggled to identify their function as spares. But they seem to have emerged from these very trying situations with very different perspectives. Andrew frequently developed a reputation for being haughty, whereas Harry seemed to prefer living a normal life." Ms. Gripper did, in fact, remember reading a specific story from Andrew's military days that seemed to highlight his continued attempts to take advantage of his rank in order to receive preferential treatment.